you know what you're capable of, and you know when you work for yourself. And I worked hard when I worked for other people, but when I work for myself, I'm always work 200% more because it's mine, and I know it's up to me whether I sink or swim. So I just get out there and I know what I like. I know what I don't like when I go to restaurants, and I'm mindful of what I like. And I know if I order something with some meat in it, I want to see meat in it.
Yes.
I know if I order some macaroni and cheese, I want some cheese. So I think about that type of stuff. I want, like, when I order food, when I go places, and I tell people, I was like, make my food like you make yours when you go to lunch.
Yep, exactly.
So, and I'm mindful of that. So when I'm fixing plates, I'm like, I'll be mad if I get home and it's just a little scoop of candy yams in my plate, and I done drove all the way up here to get a plate. So I try to make sure you gonna get enough for now. You could put that up and you can eat on it a little bit later. So I think about portion size. So if you paying this amount of money, you ain't coming up there. If I pay this amount of money, I don't want one pork chop. If I pay this amount of money, and our places aren't like that, but you're going to be able to share that plate. You can share it if you want to. So I really do think about things like that. I want to be able to eat off my plate more than once.
Right.
So I know the next person probably is going to want to eat off their plate more than once. Yep. So, and people are spending their hard-earned money with me. And so I think I want to make sure I give them enough. I want to make sure that it's right, that it's hot, that it's seasoned right, it's not burnt, or I think about all that. Yeah. When I'm fixing those plates, I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, you need to put some more greens in that plate. It ain't enough. Or make sure I'm wiping the plates down so that things don't look muddled. I don't know. I just think, and so it's just like out of habit. Yeah. All of those things. And everybody's like, why you need to be making videos when you feed so you could post them. Well, I never think about it because once somebody is ordering, my whole focus is on making their plate. So I never stop to think about, oh, let me get a picture. A video that we don't ever think about it. Once somebody is ordering, we like get caught up into making that plate and making sure that it looks good and it tastes good and it's right, and we don't forget to put something in the bag. And sometimes we will forget a cornbread. We'll try to catch it before you get out the parking lot. But if somebody calls me and it was like, you didn't put this in the bag, I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't put it in there. When you come back, I got you, and I'm gonna look out for you. And I always tell people, remind me when you come back, and I'm gonna take care of you. And if they remind me when they come, or some people I remember that come all the time, and I make sure I take care of my, if I didn't put your cornbread in the bag, or if I forgot your hot sauce. And I mean, it happens, but we try to stay on top of it. But it sometimes it will happen, but I always try to, compensate if it does happen. And if you're not too far, I'm always happy. Like, hey, I'm gonna come around the corner and bring it to you. So it just depends. But I just love cooking. I like I love seeing people's faces when they're like, oh, I just love it. So I thrive off of that. So every weekend, that's like the goal is to see who I can make feel like that when they eat. Or, oh, it tastes just like my grandmother's. Oh, my grandmother passed away and I ain't had this since I was a kid. Nobody knows how to make it. So all that makes me feel good when it's like, oh, it tastes like my grandmother's, or it just brought me back to when I was a kid. Because that's what I'm looking for, because when I cook, I'm always chasing the taste of something that I had when I was a kid. So when I cook things, these are all foods I ate growing up, and my grandmother cooked them, or my mother, and I'm always like trying to make sure my gumbo tastes like my grandmother's. Or I want my dirty rice to taste like my grandmother's. And so when I get certain things here, not saying that it's bad, like I'll eat, other people's dirty rice or food, but most people only are doing ground meat and rice, and they think they're doing dirty rice. Not saying that it's bad, but it's technically not dirty rice. So I'm always chasing the authentic flavors of my childhood. That's what it is. That's what I chase.
Yes, period.
Yes. Cool beans. Thank you for that. Is there something that I guess keeps you humble? Clearly, this is your legacy, and you prioritize customer service as well as, attention and care in your craft. But is there something that like keeps you grounded, that kind of like, helps you day to day in your business?
What keeps me grounded is the way I was raised and the way I think about things. I'm a firm believer of treating people the way you want to be treated. So that's always like in my forefront. When I said I want things to be given to me the way When I give it to you, I give people things the way I want them. So it humbles me by trying to make sure I'm pleasing the customers per se, and then also gives me the opportunity to also like help. So like if we have a lot of people that walk around back and forth looking that homeless people or whatever. So we also get the opportunity to feed them. And I'll always tell them like, hey, on Sundays, if y'all come by on Sundays, anything that we have left over in the truck, I'll pan it up for them. I would make plates. I don't get to do it as much as when it started getting dark early, but now that the time has changed again, and I used to take the plates over to Sweeney Circle on Manor and Rogge.
I know.
And, I would make plates and full plates and bring them some plates and some dessert and stuff. So doing that, I also like being able to have the ability to help when I can. And it's not something I'm able to do all the time, but when I have something, and I'm not going to give them just because it's some leftover and if it's not something I'll eat, I'm still not going to give it out even just because, But we do try to do that as well. And if they're walking by the truck and, hey, do you have something to eat? So we'll make sure we feed people like that as well. But it just keeps me humble at knowing that if you don't do things the way you should, and if you're not right, like in your heart, God will take it from you.
Yeah.
So it's humbling to be able to do what I want to do, enjoy doing it, and that people are receiving it well. So for the most part, I mean, people have received us really well. And I know there are a lot of other food trucks that, sell similar food. And I'm not saying by any means am I the best. I'm not saying anybody else is the worst.
We are.
But I stand, I stand by what I put out. And if I can't make it right, or if it's not going to be right, or if I got to take a shortcut, I'm just not going to put that on the menu. I won't put, if I can't do it the way I always do it because I can't find this particular item, I just won't sell it that week. And I don't change what my recipes. My daughter's like, why don't you? No, I'm not changing because people didn't come over here for that. They came over here for this, and she's always with all these bright ideas. I'm like, why don't you sell this? I say, because people want soul food. They don't want that. They don't want Caribbean. They want Cajun. And there's a difference. Some things you can translate over. Like I do the jerk chicken, and people love the jerk.
My friend really likes it.
But they love the jerk rib tips. And that's about as far as I'll go to the left because everything else is like soul food. The only thing I haven't implemented yet is chitlins. And I just got a call from somebody about some chitlins. And then I have a customer that moved here from Atlanta, and he's always hounding me, when you going to make some chitlins? I was like, child, that's a labor of love because I'm going to have to sit down for days
I haven't
and
tapped
days.
into that part of my
cleaning
blackness.
I don't. My husband loves them. I don't eat them, and my kids don't eat them because I didn't raise them eating them. Now I like tripe, and I'll eat pig feet, and we sell pig feet. We do barbecue pig feet. Yeah, we do pig feet on the truck. I do it like in the colder months. You'll come and you'll see barbecue pig feet. That's why I try to, like, all my customers whose numbers I have, I'll try to make sure I send them a menus on the weekends when I get an opportunity, and that way they kind of know if they want to come in. This is what we're having. But my husband will eat the chitlins, and from cooking them from him, and I learned when I cooked them, because I cleaned them. Well, I cooked them for the holidays one year, and nobody knew we had chitlins because you couldn't smell them.
Ooh, okay.
So that taught me when I was going over people's house and you walk in the door and you smell them chitlins, you ain't supposed to. And that was just from me cooking and cleaning. You won't smell them. Because nobody, I was like, y'all need to eat some of these chitlins. There's chitlins in these crock pots. And they was like, we didn't know you cooked chitlins because you couldn't smell them. I cleaned them outside. And then once I cooked them inside, but you couldn't smell them. So that kind of, that taught me that, okay, so when I'm going to people's house and I smell them chitlins ain't right.
You heard it here, folks.
The chitlins ain't right. You're not supposed to smell them.
You heard it here.
Only taste them.
Yes. You're creating and you have a huge impact, more than you know, on the community and what you're doing for our people, just through food, your passion, your pride, and your your drive and doing what you're doing. You're happy about it, and we for sure appreciate you for that. And in saying that, how can we show up for you? How can we support you?
Just let people know we're there. People know we're there, but a lot of people don't even know we exist. And that's my fault, because my social media footprint is not really big, because I'm just not really, like I said, tech savvy. Things are like, I tried to do, what is that, Snapchat? Snapchat is so hard. I don't know how to use Snapchat. It's hard.
Don't worry. Don't put your energy there. Don't even worry about that. Don't do that.
So, and then I started. I've been trying to mess with my the TikTok and TikTok has a lot of like nice little stuff, but like the kids, they know how to TikTok it up. Child, I be in that TikTok, have my head hurting. So I can do the basics. So I'm real formal. So like on Friday nights or Saturday mornings, I go through my phone and I have all my customers, and I have them all saved under food truck. 1, 2, food truck customer, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go through my list and I send everybody a menu. Everybody that's ever called my phone and like, are you open today, or what's on the menu today, or order, I'll send them a menu.
Wow.
So I send you a menu.
No, you're ready.
Yeah, and so
You
text
can't even afford the menu.
I text them a menu every because
all
the
coming out
specials
now.
will be different, but the base menu is always the same. And so I'll text everybody a menu every Friday evenings or Saturday mornings. I try to do it before we open, and I'll go through all the customers and I'll send them a menu, and I'll get people calling me on Friday night. Are you gonna have this tomorrow? Well, people will call me early. Can you put this aside for me? Or I have people that'll order on DoorDash. We're not open, but on Friday they'll order their food for Saturday, or on Saturday they'll order their oxtails for Sunday. So they pre-order their food. It'll tell it'll come back on. It'll tell me when to start preparing it, and it'll tell me what time to start preparing it. But they pre-order and prepay for their food, their oxtails. They always prepay and order their oxtails on DoorDash early. But yeah, I really get a lot of joy from cooking, and then over time, like I make my own seasoning. So because I make my own seasoning, I'm able to season like I want to. Because if you buy the seasonings from the store, you don't know how heavy-handed you could be with it, because their salt is different. So I know how much salt I put inside of my own seasoning, so I can get aggressive with my seasoning. So my stuff is always like seasoned.
Yeah.
It's not salty, but it's really seasoned because I'm making it myself. I can like get as heavy-handed as I want.
Right, and it's always consistent.
Yep.
So I make my own seasoning. So even though people be like, oh, she makes it, but it won't taste like mine because it ain't seasoned the same.
Right.
So nobody food is ever gonna taste like mine because my seasoning, I'm making it myself.
Period.
And there's a lot of ingredients in it.
Period.
Yeah.
Come on.
I do have one question before we transition to the end. Is there a restaurant in our future?
Yeah.
In Austin, I'm gonna tell you something, and that was always my initial thing. The overhead in Austin is it's egregious. Because there's a restaurant right across the street from my house that opened, and I found out why. They can't stay open because the rent is so expensive that you're just basically working to have the building to say you have the building. So I don't know, things would have to change because Austin is so expensive in commercial property, commercial utilities, everything is so expensive. Like that building, it's a nice building, but I live out Austin Colony 969 past the toll road. There's nothing out there that should be $10,000 a month. Well, it's $10,000 a month.
Wow.
It already has been approved, so you can get a liquor license because it had one previously. So it was a bar and like a pizza place. It was a Mexican restaurant before that. Nothing's ever going to stay open because if you're not getting an influx every single day, you can't just get trickle. Then how you going to pay that rent? So you basically working to pay the rent.
Right.
Wow.
Well, we own the food truck outright. We own everything in it outright. Only thing that we pay for on that truck is maintenance, insurance, and permitting. So, and to be on the park. And so we're able to I'm able to do the menus I want to do because I'm not worrying about, am I going to be able to pay that rent?
Right.
Or am I going to be able to pay that light? All I got to do is fill up the generator, make sure my generator stay maintenance, and we're good. But I would love to, but it's just so expensive. And you have to be doing, and I probably could do volume, but I don't want to be a slave to the landlord.
Yeah.
And that my mind is not focused on my food because I'm worried about, I got to do volume as opposed to quality. So I'm trying to hurry up and get a lot of food out so that I can make sure I can take care of these bills. Well, in the food truck, if I'm slow this weekend, it don't matter because I don't have nobody to pay.
She just put y'all on some more game.
Yeah, so I'm able to do the menus and do the things I want to do food wise and try different things and like that because I'm not really worrying about, okay, I gotta spend this much money on food, but then I still gotta pay this $5,000 or $8,000, even the food truck parks. You would be surprised, the food truck parks like $3,000 a month.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's just a food truck. That's just to park your food truck. They $5,000. Just
I
like
did not know that.
yeah, it's expensive. It's really expensive to find places to park. And one of the things that I did know that I learned early on is for black trucks, it is really hard for us because most of this, like you'll see all the taco trucks and stuff at the gas stations and 7-Eleven, they don't want to say that. You will rarely ever see a black food truck in a parking lot of a convenience store.
That's true.
Think of the last time you've ever seen one. You won't.
That's true.
And I went to convenience stores when I first was opening, and I was like, well, let me try this 7-Eleven. Let me try this. And they were, oh, we don't do food trucks. Oh, we don't do this. And then you'll come back later, and it's a food truck in the parking lot. So I've learned that a lot of places did not want black food trucks on their properties. They weren't saying it, but they were showing it. And we were at AutoZone initially. We had a really good following there. They ended up doing it where they only you only could do fundraisers. So we ended up moving to the Constable, where the Constables was ACC. When ACC gave the contract, the lease back to the Constable's office, they gated it in.
Oh yeah.
So you couldn't on Springdale, so you couldn't bring any trucks in there. So we ended up calling Parks and Recs, finding how much it would be for us to park at the park. And we've been there since then. And I like it right there because you can see it's a lot of people going back and forth, and we stay at HEB. We are in the store all day because we can't keep pork chops. I take that back. Pork chops might be a bigger seller even than oxtails because I'm telling you, I would do like the big packs of pork chops from Restaurant Depot for smothered pork chops. And I'll do like the big gallon bags, and we'll start out with two of the big 2-gallon bags full of pork chops. We'll go to the store maybe 3 or 4 times just buying pork chops. Because we keep the pork.
Y'all like pork chops like that?
They they love pork chops like that. I'm telling you, the people they'll want fried pork chops. They'll be on DoorDash ordering them a la carte, or either people they're just pork chops. They love pork chops. We go through goo gobs of pork chops.
Wow.
So and now I'm gonna see how it does. This is gonna be the first weekend where we're gonna do fried catfish sandwiches.
Ooh, I'm
gonna be doing catfish sandwiches. So
okay, we can go this weekend, Mel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, now Kim's taking me, y'all. Look at that. No, I'm excited.
So that's something new I'm gonna be implementing. Then I had a customer because we didn't open over the weekend because of the weather was supposed to be bad and it really wasn't. And one of my church ladies called and I was like, I'm sorry, Miss Danetta, I didn't open this weekend. I was like, you know what? I feel bad. Tell me what you want me to make this weekend. I'm gonna put it on the menu. She was like, well, I like some turkey wings. That's why we having turkey wings this weekend. Because she said she wanted some turkey.
Thank you, Miss Danetta.
Oh.
So you can come get you a full holiday plate.
Yep, I'll be there.
Cool.
I'll show y'all too.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. I guess in transition, is there anything that you want to leave with the audience before we close out?
No, I enjoyed this. And
Yeah, me too.
if you guys, if you want some soul food, if you want some Big Mama, some old school. I'm not old as Big Mama, but I'm cooking like Big Mama. I'm giving Big Mama vibes. We're open every Saturday and Sunday at Bartholomew Park. We open at 12 noon and at 12:30 on DoorDash. We're normally there. The time is changing, so it's getting dark later. So we'll probably be open till maybe 7 o'clock now. We were open till 6, so we extend the time when the time changed.
Okay.
But come out. You can eat on my truck every weekend in a month and not eat the same thing twice. Because we have that big a variety. So we have a huge variety of food. Everything that we advertise on our menu is what's in store. We have our soul rolls. I don't know. Have you had our soul rolls?
Had 'em yet.
They're egg rolls, but they have mac and cheese, collard greens, and oxtails, and then you get a side of gravy to dip them in. So you have to try our soul rolls. But I even make my own. We even sell smoked boudin, and I make my own boudin. So I have I pump, I put it in the casings. I do it myself. So when we sell a boudin, those boudin links, because I put crab in mine, and so I'm making the boudin. It ain't no boudin from the store. It ain't no box dirty rice with ground meat and rice. It's the real with the Holy Trinity, and I ain't gonna tell you my secret.
Okay, yeah, don't tell them.
Yeah, don't say
them.
you.
Don't
tell a lie. Don't tell them.
I ain't gonna tell you what making it dirty, but it ain't the ground meat.
Don't tell them.
But yeah, I enjoy it. I love for you guys to come out. Even if y'all don't want nothing to eat, just we sitting outside with the TV, the music. We got the blues playing or the Zydeco, and we have a good time.
Yes.
And people they'll come sit up there all day and just be sitting there. We get a lot of our old classmates will come. Their parents will come. We get their kids. I mean, I see so many classmates that I ain't seen in forever. They was like, we heard you at the food truck, or such and such told us, or I'll get people, we came from Killeen, I'll get people that come from like Killeen and different places, and they're like, we want to try, we heard they had good soul food, and they'll come out, or their kids live in Austin, and they told them, and I get people from San Antonio. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love people to see people happy, and I love to see people happy from some good food. Because when I eat and it's good, I'm always happy.
Me too.
Me three. But we so appreciate you for coming on and
I
sharing your
appreciate you guys
gift
for
to
having
the
me.
world.
Thank you.
Thank you to Kim for not gatekeeping anymore and sharing her with us. Appreciate you, Kim.
Come and see us at Bartholomew Park, 1800 East 51st Street, in front of the basketball court where the swimming pool is.
Okay. Yes. Well, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please show up at the Southern Soul Bowl
Thank you.
food truck. Yes, on 51st. Come out, like she said, you could try everything on her menu. So thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Listen to The Warm Truth, where you find us on Spotify, Apple, all the things where you listen to your podcast. Follow us on Instagram at The Warm Truth Pod, as well as YouTube. And then you can follow your girl at Don't Miss a Beat _Y and a girl and her swing.
Yes, and of course, don't forget to follow Miss Renee on Facebook at the Southern Soul Bowl.
Yes.
And then you can also follow me at my personal Instagram at @KimShell_. That's with an S. And then you can follow me at We Walk 2 _ATX. Until next time, we'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye.
Yeah.